Hey there, thanks for tuning in. This is Dirt Bike Channel. I'm your host Kyle Brotherson, and today we're going to be talking about my helmet cam setup. A lot of you guys have asked how I'm doing this, what mics I'm using, what cameras I'm using. This is your chance to see how I'm doing it as of today. Stick around. Okay, so here we go. This is my main helmet cam, at least it has been for the last year or so, and this is a 6D ATR2 helmet. But we're not talking about the helmet today, we're just talking about how it's set up. So a lot of people are asking, how do I hook my cameras to my helmet? What camera am I using? Am I using mics? That sort of thing. So we're gonna cover all that today. First things first, I don't have any affiliation with any of these companies I'm gonna talk about today, so don't expect any discounts or anything. I use this ProShot camera mount here. I think you can get those at ProShotCam.com. And they basically they hook on the side of your helmet here with like the 3M adhesive. It's like the dual lock adhesive here, so it's not Velcro, it's better than that. The only problem is you have to be careful when you're taking this on and off because it is easy to pull the adhesive off of your helmet. I've never lost one of these before, but occasionally you can get it ripped off the helmet if you get caught on a branch or something. But I like this ProShot helmet mount because it gives a view that is basically as close to the dirt bike rider's perspective as possible. If you put it up here on the top of the helmet, like you can see I have a GoPro mount for, it just kind of flattens everything out worse and just, it isn't natural. I have this for a helmet light. Some guys mount them underneath the visor, but again, I don't like that view as much, and then you've got a camera sticking down here right in your view. This camera is sitting there right in, it's kind of basically making it right out from the bridge of your nose. And so it doesn't bother me at all. I know that this does look obtrusive with this Sony camera on here, which I'll get to in a moment. But I like this setup better than anything else that I've tried. I've tried it on the side of the helmet, tried it on the top, I've tried it underneath here, and this is the place that I like it the very best. Now, as far as cameras go, yes, I have tried every GoPro out there except I haven't tried the GoPro Hero 8, but I've tried the 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is a GoPro Hero 7, and I don't think GoPro has made a good camera since the Hero 4. This is a Sony Action Cam. It's a few years old, but it still does 4K, and this is a Sony FDR X3000 camera. This is my workhorse, and it has optical image stabilization, which is way better than the digital image stabilization that you get on these GoPros. And so it just works better. The video is better out of these than it is on the GoPros. The batteries last longer. And no, this is not waterproof, but neither is this, because guess what? In order to run a microphone with the Hero 7 Black, you have to pull this cover off the side and put this adapter in. This adapter was like $50 and it took me 2 months to get it. That's to hook a microphone onto this. And then guess what? Not only is your battery life worse on these cameras than on the Sony, now if you leave this attachment plugged in, it runs the battery dead. So multiple problems with the GoPros. I still have this, but I honestly almost never use it because it's kind of worthless to me. It does make it, if you are running the GoPro though, it does make it nice because it doesn't stick out quite as far as the Sony does. So as far as a form factor, I really like the GoPro cameras, but as far as from a functionality, image quality, all those other things, this one never gets used, and I keep using the Sony. Now, for audio quality, now that's one of the problems with the GoPros. The GoPro audio quality without a mic is horrible. It was good on the Hero 4, but it hasn't been good on any of the cameras after that. The camera on this guy is right, or the microphone on the Sony camera is also up on the front. So when you're not moving, this is a pretty good mic. When you are moving, it's completely garbage because all it catches is wind noise. So how do I combat that problem? I will actually mount right here a Sony Lavalier microphone inside of the helmet. And basically I'm gonna bring this a little bit closer to you guys. If this doesn't work out, I'll just do another shot of this and roll it in later. But essentially what I've got going on right here is the Sony Lavalier mic, and then I put one of those wind covers on it. It's essentially the fuzzy cat, the dead fuzzy cat thing, to cover that to reduce the wind noise a little bit. And it's just hot glued. I just used my wife's hot glue gun and glued it inside the helmet. So I tried to get it off of my mouth, so it's not right in front of my mouth, it's just off to the side. But then because it's heavy on, it's actually a stereo mic, which I don't like. When the file comes into the computer, I just turn this into a mono channel instead of a stereo channel. It's heavy on one side or not heavy on the other. I just put that down to a dual mono signal for those of you guys that know what that is. And then I just run the cord out here and zip tie it up. All the extra cord for that mic is just zip tied here to the front of front of my mount. And then obviously this has to be plugged in here to the camera. As far as how I'm hooking the camera to this mount, because essentially this is GoPro style here, right? So when you buy the ProShot camera mount, this will be a GoPro thing. I then spin this around, this thing that you can do this, and then I buy this little tack form tripod mount for the Sony. So this is what that looks like here. I'll roll in an image of that a little bit later for you guys to see. But I like this because it shoots it kind of offsets the camera here just enough so that it works with this mount. So I buy this little adapter on Amazon. I buy the camera on Amazon. I've actually only ever bought one of those. I've never broken it, to be honest. And then these ProShots I just get from the guy who makes them, ProShotCam.com. And then the microphone, I also got that on Amazon, but it's just a Sony Lavalier microphone. So that is how I'm doing my helmet these days. A lot of you will probably email me and say, what are these? These are air flaps. So the idea with these things is to be able to have your goggles on here, and then you pull the air flaps forward like that, and it basically just pulls the goggles away from your eyes and allows airflow to come in. It works better with some goggles than others, but I'm not totally into it. I won't go into exactly why. It doesn't work for me that well. I've got some other guys that use these that absolutely love them. I didn't love it, but it might solve a problem for you if you have goggles that are fogging up, which I do. I've got a hot head. So that's how all of this works together. Hopefully that is helpful for you guys. Again, Sony FDR X3000 camera, because I haven't been able to make any of the GoPros work the way I wanted to for many, many years. Lots of problems with those, battery life, microphone, this thing drawing the battery dead, all kinds of problems. And then video quality. The video quality on the GoPro Hero 7 is just not what I can get out of this 3 or 4 year old Sony. Thanks for tuning in and watching this video. If you guys want to support me, this is how I'm supporting my family. One of the easiest ways to do that is go to my website, dirtbikechannel.com, and just select a monthly donation amount in PayPal. PayPal is great because they don't take a lot of fees off the top. Patreon is also good, but they take a lot of fees off the top. And so it's just not as good as PayPal if you want more of that money to come directly to me to support my family. You can also get involved in the dirt bike sweepstakes that I have going on. Right now, I still have one going on until December 15th. You have the opportunity to win 2 different dirt bikes. There's a 2019 KTM 250 XC. There's also a 2020 KTM 300 XC TPI that I'm giving away. And I've got 8 other people that are gonna win $100 gift cards. So 10 winners in all. You should go check that out if you haven't, dirtbikechannel.com. I think that's it. So hopefully this video was a help to you guys. And remember, wherever you go, let's leave a single track. Thanks.